Hey, I'm Gabe, 31, and I thought I had it all: love, soccer, and a life I built with Hannah. But what happens when the person you trust most reveals a shocking lie? Can 3 years of passion be a complete facade? Stick around as I unravel the betrayal that changed everything and how I turned heartbreak into triumph. Welcome to Addy Story, where we share real life stories that touch the heart and inspire the soul. Subscribe now to join our community, relax, and dive into the stories we have for you. Enjoy. I'm Gabe, 31, male. Until last month, I believed I had life under control. A decent job in software development, just enough to cover the bills and fuel my soccer obsession, a fiancé I adored, and season tickets to my favorite team. Then everything changed. Life felt perfect, didn't it? Soccer has been my passion since childhood. I'm consumed. My apartment resembles a chaotic soccer museum explosion. Scarves drape the walls, jerseys framed in glory, overpriced collectible figures stand guard, and an old stadium seat serves as my coffee table. Sure, label me a man-child. I've faced that judgment countless times. 3 years ago, at a sports bar in Seattle, I met a girl, Hannah, during the electrifying clash of Liverpool and Manchester United, one of the season's most intense matches. She caught my eye instantly, a stunning blonde in a Liverpool jersey, fully immersed in the game. Honestly, that hit me like a rush of desire. She knew every player and where they stood. I fell in love like a lightning strike, swift and electrifying. We clicked instantly, swapped numbers, and dove into dating. Every match day, she was right there with me, cheering and cursing at the ref. For our first anniversary, she surprised me with a signed Mbappe jersey, an extravagant gift that took my breath away. I almost broke down, honestly. Finally, after a year and a half, I dropped to one knee. She agreed. All was flawless. Our apartment transformed into a soccer shrine, match schedules plastered on the fridge, team scarves draped everywhere, framed tickets from our shared games, a testament to our passion. She'd often roll her eyes during my hour-long rants about VAR decisions or transfer rumors, but I thought that was just part of it. No one can fully embrace every passion of their partner, can they? Hannah, a rising star at a prestigious marketing agency downtown, had dreams that sparkled as brightly as the city lights of Portland. Great pay, ascending the corporate ladder with fierce determination. Keith, her boss, was the epitome of power. Silver fox, tailored suits, Maserati. Everything screamed success. He arrived at company events, and Hannah transformed. Professional, yet giddy, caught in a whirlwind of emotions. I dismissed it, believing it was merely office politics and the usual networking game. "It's just networking, babe," she'd say, her smile masking the truth. And like a fool, I swallowed her words whole. About a month ago, Hannah embarked on a work trip to Miami. Every cost covered, luxury flights, exquisite hotels, everything you could dream of. Her Instagram overflowed with sun-soaked meetings by the pool and exhilarating boat tours along the coast with the marketing team. Back home, I watched Champions League matches alone, texting her about the insane goals she was missing. Each day, her replies dwindled, losing their spark. In those early days, it was all about longing and absence. In the end, it felt thrilling and satisfying to receive those match updates. Some messages lingered in silence, untouched and unacknowledged. Upon her return, an unsettling feeling gripped her. The Liverpool jersey she once slept in vanished from her life. Our long-awaited matches clashed with the relentless demands of work. When I proposed inviting people for the derby match, her expression was as if I'd just proposed a cockroach racing tournament in our living room. That night, everything shattered. We found ourselves in that pricey sushi spot downtown, her choice. Anticipation surged through me. The TVs flickered with the promise of a crucial World Cup qualifier. Just as the hostess began to guide us to our table, Hannah halted her in her tracks. "Can we move to a different spot?" She pointed away from the screens, her voice laced with urgency. One more night of soccer, and I might break. I almost suffocated on my own breath. Another night looms? Yet, your heart beats for soccer. Soccer has always been your passion. Her gaze seared into my memory, unforgettable. It felt as if a long-hidden truth was finally revealed, raw and unguarded. "Gabe, I've never given a damn about soccer. Never. Not a single moment." I sat there, chopsticks suspended, my mind racing to grasp her words. The waiter retreated, tension thick in the air, as if he sensed the heartache unfolding. He was right. "How can you say you've never cared? Remember the Liverpool jersey from our meeting? What about the player stats? The games we've shared?" She sighed, as if I were a bothersome child needing a lesson in simple math. "For 3 years, I faked my love for soccer," she confessed, her sake trembling in her hand. 3 years. A lifetime compressed into fleeting moments. A gut-wrenching blow hit me hard. "But why must it be this way?" I pleaded. Kira coached me, her tone casual, as if my world wasn't crumbling around me. "She found you irresistible, but understood you only went for soccer fans, so she quickly schooled me. Names on the roster, rules laid bare, a trap set just for you. Kira, the one who knows me best, the very Kira who orchestrated our engagement party, the one who sometimes played with us, truly passionate about the game. Just another imposter. Everything, all of it, was just..." Hannah interrupted, frustration boiling over at my delay in understanding. "I believed you'd leave it behind, all right. Most guys go through phases. Cars, guitars. I thought your soccer obsession would fade, and you'd shift to real grown-up priorities. It hurt deeply." "What do you mean?" I found the courage to ask. "Like climbing higher. Security and finances. A house that defies the chaos of a teenage boy's bedroom. 2 sharp jabs. In Miami, she kept twirling her chopsticks, as if this was just another ordinary dinner chat. I had an epiphany. Life's fleeting. I crave a partner who seeks depth beyond the thrill of men chasing a ball." I sat in silence, grappling with my thoughts, as the TV blared with triumphant cheers from the match slipping away. I felt the irony cut deep. "Is there another?" I asked, the answer echoing in my mind. Her silence screamed the truth. "It's you, Keith, isn't it?" Her smile was pure relief, not a trace of guilt. "He understands me," she whispered, her eyes sparkling with life. "He possesses ambition, relentless drive, a penthouse view, and a yacht that glistens under the sun." It was unbelievable. The words pierced through me. "And a wife," I declared. Hannah's eyes darted, a flicker of annoyance igniting in her gaze. "They're nearly apart, and he claims I ignite something in him, that my hidden potential is something he yearns to nurture." I knew there was more he desired, but I kept silent. I sat there, drowning in my own foolishness. "All this time," I said slowly, "you were just waiting for something better to come along? Stop with the theatrics, Gabe. We had our moments, but at 29, it's time to rise." She leveled up, as if I were just a tutorial mission she'd conquered before diving into the real challenge. What other truths have you hidden? I asked, astonished by the calmness in my voice. She paused, overwhelmed by the tangled web of lies she had to unravel. Honestly, I never liked your mother, she said, as if her truth was a gift to me. Remember that night at the ER when you got hurt playing soccer? I wasn't caught in traffic. I was lost in a moment with Keith. Oh, Jesus. I dislocated my shoulder, and she chose to flirt with her boss instead of coming to the hospital. I remained silent, my gaze piercing through her. This is for your own good, Gabe. Go ahead and find a soccer-obsessed girl who will share your passion. I'll move on to someone who aligns with my goals. In that moment, everything fell into place. Is that why you forced me to linger in my dead-end job? Why did you always hold me back from pursuing better opportunities, so I'd just remain here while you soared ahead? Her gaze revealed it all. You're just fine in your little bubble, she scoffed. Not everyone must ascend the corporate ladder. The nerve! She destroyed my career just to soothe her own guilt over cheating. I believe this is it, I declared, tossing cash onto the table for my share of the bill. Her confession shattered everything. I refused to pay for the overpriced sushi. Please, don't do this, she urged, her worry for how it looked evident. Let's handle this maturely. Grown-ups, for 3 years, you've deceived me, betrayed my trust, and undermined my career. What part of that shows maturity? Her eyes darted, feeling the weight of their gazes pressing in. Your drama is undeniable. Am I causing a stir? How ironic from someone who's been the star of her own drama for 3 long years. I rose, shockingly firm. Despite the sack I'd consumed to face this moment. Live it up with Keith, I thought, praying his wife won't be too upset. I stepped away, her voice fading behind me. My phone buzzed relentlessly with messages from our friends, all anxious about how I would take the news. Arriving home that night, I found half her things gone. A note on the fridge read she'd returned for the rest and hoped we could still be friends. After this show, friends. A complete illusion. What truly struck me, however, she took the signed Mbappé jersey, the one that drained my savings for 3 months, the one she never cared for, only its price tag. I hit play on the match highlights, only to find a blank space where memories should be. Nothing from the game at the restaurant lingered in my mind. My mind raced, haunted by the last 3 years, searching for the signs I overlooked. 2 days later, it struck me hard. 3 years with someone who loathed my passion, who dismissed my excitement as mere childishness, who was merely biding time for a better option. Now she reveled with Keith, the brilliant exec, likely mocking the soccer fool she'd deceived for so long. Something broke, not in a vengeful way, but in a decisive, let's get to work kind of moment. I started by scrubbing every corner of my apartment. I hit the gym, not to impress Hannah, but to channel my rage somewhere safe, away from destruction and trouble. The first day back shattered me. Months without a proper workout left me gasping after just 10 minutes on the treadmill. Yet the burn was a welcome distraction from the relentless replay of her betrayal in my mind. Work was the next monumental leap. I had been drifting through my software development job for years. It was fine. Good pay, decent benefits, light work, but I felt stagnant. I had a job offer from our competitor in Austin, and I didn't even know it for weeks. Higher pay, a more fulfilling role, the opportunity to engage in meaningful projects. I hesitated, haunted by Hannah's warning that a job change could shatter our future dreams, our future plans. A bittersweet joke now. The next morning, I dialed my boss's number. "Hey Vince, is that position at Nexus Tech still available?" A moment hung heavy in the air. "I didn't think you cared. I've reconsidered. I'm in an instant." "What about stability?" he asked, his voice heavy with urgency. Someone else spoke through me, I confessed. "I need this job." 2 weeks later, I was beginning anew at a company that truly embraced innovation. My salary soared by 30%, and I finally held real responsibility instead of merely fixing others' mistakes all day. Then the apartment crisis hit. Our lease was nearly over anyway. I discovered a sleek high-rise in downtown Denver with floor-to-ceiling windows, just a short walk to the stadium. No renewal needed. It was pricier, but my new salary made it possible. The new place was a blank slate, untouched by Hannah's presence, free from the echoes of soccer poster debates and the struggle for compromise. I crafted it just as I envisioned. Vintage jerseys framed on the walls, collectibles showcased in pristine display cases, and a massive TV set for the ultimate match experience. The signing bonus from the new job left me breathless. After stashing away the bulk like a responsible adult, something Hannah never imagined I could be, I finally indulged in my dream, a matte, black Audi RS7. Not quite Keith's Maserati, but at least mine wasn't hiding a crumbling marriage and a desperate search for meaning. That car? Wow. The first time I gripped the wheel, windows down, music pounding, a rush of relief washed over me. It's not perfect, but it's something. My life wasn't over just because a manipulative woman chose to exclude me from her scheme. Making positive changes is a wild ride. They build on each other, creating a powerful momentum. The gym transformed my sleep into a sanctuary. Resting well ignited a fire of energy for the day ahead. Success at work ignited my confidence, and with that spark, I became more alive in social moments. The change didn't happen in a flash. Nights came when I stared at the ceiling, grappling with my blindness. Yet, slowly, things began to shift. 6 months vanished in an instant. The new job was exhilarating. I'd swiftly risen to team lead. The apartment felt like home. The car drew admiring glances. I was casually dating, savoring the company of women who were honest about their desires. I found my way back to my true friends, the guys from my rec soccer league. They'd always been there, but I pushed them away because Hannah deemed them unambitious. They lacked wealthy bosses for her to aspire to. Success races ahead, a whirlwind in the age of social media. I barely shared anything, just a few fleeting updates. The skyline from my window, a snapshot at the stadium, and the luxury of premium seats my new salary has granted me. The car bore the caption, "New Beginnings," a subtle hint, not directed at Hannah or her crowd, but a clear sign I wasn't hiding in despair. A text from Kira flashed on my screen. "Wow, someone's thriving. Coffee soon? Can't wait to reconnect." Fascinating timing, Kira. I've been dodging her messages for months. After that night at the sushi place, her texts flooded in, each one a pulse of urgency. "Hannah betrayed you. I had no idea things escalated with Keith. You deserve so much more." Every word a betrayal. She had orchestrated the entire ruse, guiding Hannah in the art of my manipulation from the very start. But just like that, now that I seemed to thrive, she wanted to reconnect. I should have told her to go to hell. That would have been the right thing to do. Yet, something held me back. Perhaps it was pettiness, or a deep need for closure. Whatever it was, it lingered. Driven by a flicker of curiosity, I agreed to meet her, compelled by an urge I couldn't quite shake. The cafe she mentioned was just a breath away from the dealership in Denver where I had purchased my car. Whispered truths linger in the air. I arrived 15 minutes late, on purpose, and found her right away. Kira radiated an allure, the kind sculpted by filters and perfect angles, captivating yet distant. Today, she appeared as if she'd devoted hours to prepare for a simple coffee. Every detail screamed designer, her hair and nails immaculate, and the scent enveloped the air like a heavy fog. "Gabe, oh my God, you look incredible," she exclaimed, air kissing both cheeks. "This new job is clearly doing wonders for you." "It's fine," I whispered, masking the storm inside. "How's everything going? How's Hannah holding up?" A mere twitch, captivating. She's holding on. With Keith, everything is a whirlwind of emotions, moving forward. Her utterance of progressing held a weight that could fill volumes. "That's wonderful. I deceived you." Her joy fills me with warmth. Kira's gaze flickered to my wrist, searching for luxury, then to my jacket, assessing its worth, and briefly to the parking lot where my car loomed. "Are you with someone?" She leaned in, her gaze intense, allure undeniable. "A man like you, full of choices." And suddenly everything fell into place. Kira had come for something far more urgent. She had no intention of saying sorry. She came to see if I was worth her time now that I had wealth and power. It turned out that Hannah and Keith were far from perfect. A smile crossed my lips as I sipped my coffee, a plan igniting in my mind, pushing me to the edge of what I was ready to risk. "Kira, I really need your perspective on something." The game was on the brink of something thrilling. Kira was an absolute treasure trove of secrets. With just a few well-placed compliments and sly mentions of my investments, she was captivated, unable to hold back her words, pouring them out endlessly. It felt almost effortless. "Between us," she whispered, her third free latte in hand. I was keeping count. "Hannah and Keith are in turmoil." Absolutely not. I feigned surprise, all the while celebrating my cleverness in silence. My suspicions were right, and hearing it confirmed was pure perfection. Kira's face hovered near mine, her eyelash extensions a delicate, mesmerizing detail I couldn't ignore. She refuses to leave him, bound by a prenup that threatens to shatter his world. He's weaving a web of promises around Hannah. It must be tough for her, I remarked, perfecting my mask of feigned concern. Years of witnessing soccer refs blow calls had sharpened my skills in feigning the right responses. "She's managing," Kira said, her smile sharp and hungry, like a shark prowling for its next meal. Honestly, I told her she abandoned us too quickly. I arched an eyebrow. "What are you saying?" "Well, look at you now." She waved dismissively at my whole being, the designer watch I had splurged on gleaming on my wrist. If she had just held on a bit longer, that's when everything became clear. These women were more than just opportunists. They were reckless traders, unloading at rock bottom while chasing inflated dreams. Kira would scout, Hannah would seal the deal. A perfect duo, bound by purpose. Kira identified targets, aided Hannah in the pursuit, and together they reveled in the rewards of Hannah's connections, until a more enticing opportunity appeared. They'd simply find another victim. "Do you want to hear something amusing, Kira?" I stirred my coffee, lost in thought. "I always believed you were the cleverer of the two." Her eyes sparkled, as if I had just given her the world. Flattery, a potent lure for the self-absorbed. "You recognized my potential before she ever did, didn't you?" You were the one who taught her soccer, all to win my heart. Kira primped herself with fierce determination. Opportunities have always revealed themselves to me. That's precisely what I crave at this moment, I whispered, my voice dropping to a secretive hush. A mind like yours is rare. Thus commenced the strangest reconnaissance mission ever undertaken. In the weeks that followed, a bond ignited between Kira and me. Coffee dates turned into dinner, and dinner spiraled into drinks at my place. I tread lightly, always warm, never overstepping, yet leaving just enough clues to spark her intrigue. Each encounter, I left traces of my triumph. Investment papers carelessly strewn on the coffee table, browser tabs flaunting exotic getaways, a yacht club brochure, all part of a twisted charade. It felt repulsive yet, somehow, vindicating. Kira truly blew everyone away. First, I discovered that Hannah had taken up residence in Keith's penthouse, only to be banished to the guest room during his wife's unexpected visits, which were happening more frequently. Mrs. Keith, Tara, revealed a sharpness that shattered the illusion of her ignorance. Months ago, she enlisted a private investigator, meticulously crafting a case to shatter their prenup, fueled by betrayal. Hannah's humiliation was palpable, and Kira reveled in her friend's misfortune, a glint of delight in her eyes. She crouches in the guest room, a hidden truth, as Tara theatrically searches the master bathroom for lost belongings. For 2 hours, she was trapped in the darkness of a closet, heart racing, breath held tight. Keith had promised Hannah a director position, but the delays were shrouded in mystery. First it was next quarter, then after the board meeting, then once the restructuring settles. In the meantime, she had already shared the news of her big promotion with everyone in her social circle. She had business cards, pristine and unused, a testament to dreams unfulfilled. Desperation clung to her. Kira smirked as she maxed out 3 credit cards to chase Keith's extravagant life, designer clothes, lavish dinners, weekend getaways. In the penthouse, nothing is free. He demands her contribution, a constant reminder of their precarious balance. It was expected. Hannah had always been consumed by appearances, even during our time together. I was shocked to discover she had borrowed money from Kira to pay for last month's bills. She promised to pay me back after her promotion, Kira said, her eyes filled with exasperation. I'm beginning to believe it will never come to pass. But the crucial revelation emerged when Kira inadvertently mentioned the event Keith was organizing. Next month, the massive charity gala in Chicago, she whispered. Sounds fancy, I said, feigning indifference. But my heart raced beneath the surface. Kira insisted it was the event everyone had to attend. Keith is ready to unveil Hannah as his partner, both in work and in life. He's breaking the news to his wife about their separation just moments before the gala. That seems significant, I remarked. This is her moment, Kira realized. Weeks of planning, and she chose a dress that eclipses my rent. This is her moment, the one she's longed for. I nodded, feeling the weight of it all. I'm truly glad for her. Are you really? Kira questioned, after all she sacrificed. I shrugged, masking the storm within. All is forgotten. We all let go, don't we? Kira's gaze pierced through me, her head tilting ever so slightly. I can get you an invite as my +1. Just like that. Just what I had hoped for. Imagine the tension in the air. I inquired, fully aware I'd say yes. Please, Kira said, waving her hand away. It reveals your growth, your journey toward greater horizons. Her gaze swept my apartment, pausing on the 75-inch OLED TV and the framed vintage jersey, a costly trophy of my past. Wouldn't it be thrilling to show her what she lost? I feigned contemplation. I'm lost. Trust me, Kira whispered, her perfectly manicured nails grazing my arm. This would bring the ultimate resolution for you both. Finally, closure. Exactly what I needed. Fine, I'll do it, but I won't be dressing up like a footballer. Those days are gone. Kira's laughter erupted, as if I had unleashed the world's greatest joke. Gabe, you've transcended soccer. She was so right, yet unaware. I reached out to my soccer buddy Kyle, who's in IT at Hannah's company, to see if he could tap into the company servers. He paused, uncertainty flickering in his eyes as I revealed my need for Hannah's messages with Kira. Man, that's against the law. I confessed it was true, but revealed they had twisted my reality for years and were at it once more. I revealed my entire scheme, a false friendship with Kira, gathering intel, a setup devoid of any romance. Kyle pondered its complexity, wondering if it truly mattered. Perhaps it's time to let go? I fought, I pleaded, but Kira returned, seeking to ensnare me once more. Consequences are essential. He agreed, but his warning hung heavy in the air. After this, we're finished. Shattered ties. This vengeance will only hurt you. I swore this was the final chapter. Finished. A last breath of retribution. Operation Gold Digger is a dreadful name, he muttered before ending the call. For weeks, I wore my mask flawlessly, the triumphant man who had left it all behind, the next pawn in Kira's dangerous game. I began fabricating a trip I had no intention of taking. As we sipped our drinks, I leaned in and whispered to Kira, I've been thinking. Just before the gala, after tomorrow night, let's escape somewhere together. Miami, maybe? Her eyes flashed with shock at the name Miami, the very place where Hannah had chosen to abandon me for Keith. Miami? Seriously? Why not take the leap? I need to reach out to some crucial business contacts there. Let's turn this into an unforgettable getaway. Opulent retreats, thrilling coastal adventures. I fell silent, allowing her thoughts to spiral into the unknown. I'd love that, she gasped. Joy surged through me, and I smiled. It's settled then. After the gala tomorrow, we'll set things in motion. She walked away, light as a feather, and I shot a quick text to Kyle. All set for tomorrow? His reply was instant, a green light flashing. Operation Gold Digger was set to ignite. I drifted into a deep sleep. Visions of soccer triumphs and the taste of sweet karma dancing in my mind. The venue for Keith's charity gala in Chicago reeked of desperation, a place where even the bathroom attendant scrutinized your watch as they handed you a towel. I walked in, Kira by my side, a vision of Hollywood glamour, in a dress that seemed to demand its own insurance. Simple yet striking. A tailored black suit, a crisp white shirt, a convincing fake watch, and a hidden secret in my jacket pocket, poised for impact. Kira purred, gripping my arm as if I were her only chance at fortune. I smiled, just after you. As we stepped inside, I sensed the weight of stares upon us. I was just a shadow in her light. I was the unexpected turn that shattered everything. In just 3.7 seconds, Hannah found us. She stood there, wrapped around Keith, a silver-haired man desperately clinging to youth, his age unmistakable, yet hidden beneath layers of pretense. Her expression was a masterpiece of emotions. Shock, confusion, and then a flicker of regret that cut deep. We swept through the room, pausing to connect with familiar faces of Kira's. She called me her special friend, weaving in whispers of my remarkable success and rare investment chances. As we approached Hannah and Keith, I could feel the weight of half the room's whispers pressing down on me. Hannah, Keith. Kira brushed her lips against the air, a fleeting gesture filled with unspoken emotion. Gabe is unforgettable, isn't she? Hannah appeared as if she had encountered a specter, elegantly attired, yet strikingly triumphant. Gabe, you're here. I never thought I'd find you like this. Kira's invitation warmed me. I smiled, reaching out to Keith. I've heard so much about you, Keith. Your name echoes before you arrive. I hope everything is well. Yes, I deceived you. Hannah holds your mentorship in the highest regard. Hannah's gaze pierced through me, but I feigned ignorance. Keith leaned in, curiosity sparking in his eyes. What line of work are you in these days? Flawless beginning. I dove into my rehearsed pitch on software development consulting and strategic investments, weaving in just enough industry jargon to seem credible, yet remaining elusive enough to evade immediate scrutiny. Just last week, I sealed a deal with Zetch, Keith's fiercest rival. His smile tightened, revealing the weight of that truth. Incredible, he whispered. We need a moment. I have some introductions to make for Hannah. As they turned to leave, Hannah's voice cut through the air, sharp and accusing. You didn't tell me he was coming. I had no idea. Kira breathed, her voice trembling. All night, I moved through the crowd effortlessly, engaging in deep conversations with influential figures, making Kira shine like the star she is, and crucially, securing my spot close to the stage for Keith's momentous reveal. At 10 p.m., Keith raised his glass, a sharp sound cutting through the air. Silence fell as he grasped the microphone. Grateful for your presence tonight. This event transcends mere fundraising. It's a powerful testament to our collective spirit. Soft clapping, a fleeting moment of acknowledgement. It's a journey of fresh starts. Let me introduce someone extraordinary. It was time to act. I quietly slipped away from Kira, using a whispered excuse about the bathroom, and took my place near the AV control booth, where Kyle had granted me access earlier. As Keith's words filled the air, he beckoned Hannah to the stage. I felt a surge of urgency as I pressed a button on my phone. The massive screen intended for the charity's logo flickered, abruptly revealing a grid of intimate messages, Hannah's words to Kira, laid bare for all to see. I can't wait to be free of this soccer loser when Keith finally leaves his wife. From Kira to Hannah, just hold on a little longer. Once you're with Keith, connect me with one of his wealthy friends. From Hannah to Kira, the fool genuinely believes I give a damn about Liverpool. As if. He just has to hold the fort on rent until Keith takes action. From Kira to Hannah, his apartment feels desolate. Those soccer posters hanging like remnants of a lost youth. 3 years of relentless mockery, cunning schemes, and insatiable greed, each moment crafted for devastating effect, whispers of elevation echoing in the shadows. Conversations with Keith about his wife, strategizing on how to handle her, and plotting to use connections once Hannah succeeded. And then, the final blow. Echoes of the last month's conversations. From Kira to Hannah, can you believe it? He's hit the jackpot, new job, stunning apartment, and an Audi to boot. Hannah, are you kidding me? That's so unfair after I walked away. Kira here. I'm nearing him. Updates soon. From Hannah, Don't even think about taking him now that he's wealthy. Kira, why not? You let him go. Besides, he's taking me to Miami next week. After everything I shared about Miami with Keith, you still choose to be an Antiche, Hannah? Gasps echoed through the room. Hannah stood paralyzed on stage, horror etched across their face. Keith's expression shifted from confusion to rage as he saw his wife's name in multiple messages. His wife stood in the front row, elegance shattered, her face contorted with fury. Kira searched desperately, her eyes widening in horror as the truth sank in. I lingered in the shadows, eyes fixed on the chaos before me. My plan's brilliance lay in its silence. Every ounce of effort was theirs alone. Every message was real. Kyle had unlocked them from the company servers, where they'd been hidden away during work hours for years. Chaos erupted. Keith's wife charged the stage, while Hannah attempted to escape, only to stumble over her lavish dress. Kira tried to make her voice heard, but silence swallowed her words. I slipped away amidst the chaos, stopping just long enough to give the valet the rental watch and a generous tip. Tough night? He watched, tension coiling within him as chaos unfolded inside. In that moment, a smile broke through. Unforgettable night, pure magic. The aftermath was breathtaking. The very next day, Keith's wife sought to end their marriage. She had known deep down, but the proof was the final blow. His betrayal, laid bare in those messages, left her with nothing to lose. She seized it all. Hannah was let go. No surprise there. Her standing in the industry lay in ruins. Last I heard, she returned to her hometown of Boise, taking a job at her dad's insurance company. Kira's calls flooded my phone. 47 desperate attempts in one night. After 48 tries, I finally blocked her number. Her handwritten apology letter became kindling for my barbecue fire. I held on to the job, the apartment, and the car. I began a relationship with a woman whose passion for soccer is undeniable. At a charity five-a-side tournament in Denver, I accidentally sent the ball crashing into her coffee. Our eyes locked, and everything changed in that instant. She was there, searching for talent for the youth team she coaches. She knows Liverpool's starting 11 from the 2005 Champions League final by heart, and feels the heat of controversial VAR calls more than I ever could. Dating someone real has changed everything. Kaylee is genuine. She shows her true feelings without a mask. She doesn't hold back, calling out my dull match analyses and my overreactions to referee calls. Every weekend, we dive into games together, and she's been showing me the ropes ever since. I've been doing corner kicks wrong my entire life. How did I not see it? Never fake your love. It only leads to heartbreak. Don't abandon others just as they're about to soar. Never underestimate a man who knows that soccer, much like revenge, demands patience, strategy, and the perfect moment to unleash his power. It's finished, ladies. Thanks for watching this story on Addy Story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new tale. Stay tuned for more. And until next time, take care and keep living your own amazing stories.